Carbon as a currency, exploring the potential of carbon trading. Presentation overview. Carbon offset market. The carbon offset market is a system that allows companies and governments to offset their carbon emissions by investing in renewable energy projects or purchasing carbon credits, which represent a reduction in carbon emissions. Carbon as a currency. The concept of using carbon as a currency involves assigning a value to carbon emissions and creating a market for carbon trading. This system aims to incentivize companies to reduce their carbon footprint and invest in renewable energy. Current carbon offset market. Carbon offset market. The carbon offset market is a mechanism where companies can pay for carbon reduction projects to offset their own carbon emissions. How it works. Carbon offset markets work by allowing companies to offset their own carbon emissions by investing in carbon reduction projects, such as renewable energy or energy efficiency projects. Current state of the market. The current state of the carbon offset market is growing as more countries and companies adopt carbon reduction goals and seek ways to reduce their carbon footprint. What is a carbon offset market? Carbon offset market is a system where companies can offset their carbon emissions by investing in carbon reduction projects. These projects can range from renewable energy to reforestation. Current state of carbon offset market. Significant growth in carbon offset market. The carbon offset market has experienced significant growth over the past decade, with the voluntary market expanding rapidly and regulations driving demand in certain regions like the EU. Ensuring quality and integrity of carbon credits. The carbon offset market faces challenges in ensuring the quality and integrity of carbon credits, which are crucial for the credibility of the market and the effectiveness of carbon offsetting. Concerns around additionality and double counting. The carbon offset market faces concerns around additionality and double counting, which could undermine the effectiveness of carbon offsetting and the credibility of the market. Carbon credits. What are carbon credits? Carbon credits are permits that allow companies to emit a certain amount of carbon dioxide or other greenhouse gases. Each credit represents 1 ton of carbon or equivalent greenhouse gas emissions. How are carbon credits traded? Carbon credits are traded on international markets and are bought and sold like any other commodity. The price of carbon credits can fluctuate based on supply and demand, as well as government regulations. Role of carbon credits in the carbon offset market. Carbon credits are a key tool in the carbon offset market, which aims to reduce carbon emissions by promoting sustainable and environmentally friendly practices. Companies can buy carbon credits to offset their emissions and meet their sustainability targets. What are carbon credits? Carbon credits and emissions reduction. Carbon credits are permits that allow companies or organizations to emit a certain amount of greenhouse gas emissions. These credits can be bought and sold on carbon markets and are used to incentivize emissions reduction and support carbon offset projects. Carbon markets and trading. Carbon markets are platforms where carbon credits are traded. They allow companies or organizations to buy or sell carbon credits to meet their emissions reduction targets. How are carbon credits traded? Carbon credits are traded on carbon markets, which can be either mandatory, regulated, or voluntary. The market can be complex, and understanding the regulations and policies affecting the market is important for successful trading. Factors affecting carbon credit prices. Prices for carbon credits can be highly variable depending on factors like supply and demand, quality of the credits, and political and economic conditions. Market trends, environmental policies, and technological advancements can also affect the prices. Benefits and drawbacks of using carbon as a currency. Environmental impact. Using carbon as a currency could have a positive environmental impact by incentivizing the reduction of carbon emissions and promoting the use of renewable energy sources. However, it could also lead to the commodification of nature and the creation of a speculative market. Economic implications. Using carbon as a currency could increase investment in carbon reducing technologies and support the transition to a low carbon economy. However, it could also lead to social and economic inequality, as those who own large amounts of carbon credits would have greater power and influence in the market. Regulatory challenges. Implementing a carbon currency will require a robust regulatory framework to prevent fraud and ensure the integrity of the market. However, this could be difficult to achieve, especially in countries with weak governance and a history of corruption. Potential benefits of using carbon as a currency. Incentivize emissions reduction. Using carbon as a currency could incentivize emissions reduction and encourage more sustainable practices. This could lead to reduced carbon emissions and help address climate change. Create new economic opportunities. A carbon currency system could create new economic opportunities, such as the development of carbon markets and trading systems. This could help drive innovation and investment in sustainable technologies. Potential drawbacks of using carbon as a currency. Feasibility concerns. There are concerns around the feasibility of implementing a carbon currency system, such as the challenges in monitoring and verifying carbon emissions and the need for a global carbon market. Economic and social impacts. There are potential economic and social impacts of implementing a carbon currency system, such as the potential for increased costs and reduced competitiveness, carbon intensive industries, and the need for a just transition for affected communities. Measuring and tracking challenges. There are challenges around accurately measuring and tracking carbon emissions, such as the need for reliable data, the complexity of calculating emissions from various sources, and the potential for fraudulent activity. Conclusion. Carbon as a currency is a complex topic that requires careful consideration of the potential benefits and drawbacks. While there are challenges to overcome, there are also opportunities to create a more sustainable and equitable economic system. Thank you.